All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our morning market update and live trading session for Thursday, August 31st of 2017. It's the last day of the month, and I'm celebrating it wearing my salmon-colored t-shirt. Okay, that's a celebration choice. This isn't a bad wardrobe. It's celebration, dang it. I love to celebrate with my salmon shirt. No, really, I woke up in the shirt and I'm still wearing it. It's one of the privileges of working at home for yourself. All right, guys, today we talk about a few things. We talk about Hurricane Harvey, gasoline prices. We talk about stock market seasonality in September and what is the likelihood that the market will crash. All right, and some statistics behind that as well. We're also going to talk about month-end rebalancing in mutual funds and how the month-end effect plays out, plus the beginning of the following month. So we got a lot to cover. Let's just jump right into it. In Asia, first and foremost, Japan's up 0.7%, Hong Kong is down 0.4%, China's down 0.1%, and in India, markets are up 1/3 of a percentage point. All right, in Europe at midday, London is 0.6% higher, Paris is 0.8% higher, and Frankfurt futures out of Germany is 0.6% higher as well. So you can see moderate strength in Asia, and that spilled over into Europe as well. Europe had a pretty good inflation number come out, some good inflationary statistics, so that drove a little bit of the gains. And as we roll over into the U.S. session, we see Dow futures are up 0.3, S&P up 0.2, NASDAQ up 0.2 as well, and crude oil up 0.5% after wiping some buy stops to the upside from those lows established yesterday. After the inventory report, we signaled the long trade. We got in and we made profit, but small profit in comparison to what we could have had because we got out too soon. And I mean, it was something you had to see live. Okay, somebody who was more patient would have made more. I got out, and you know what? I don't beat myself up for it. Where it went, it doesn't matter because I wasn't on board. Right? That's kind of like saying this train went over here. Oh my goodness, I should be on this train. You're not. Big deal. Thinking about what could have been is a good way to waste your life and at the cost of what could be right now. You know what I mean? Today's economic calendar, we have initial jobless claims came out at 8:30, 236,000 versus 237K expected and 234,000 previous, right in line with the expectations. That's pretty much a non-event at this point. Personal income and outlays study that we had 8:30 came out at 0.4 versus 0.3 expected, so slightly stronger. Today at 9:45, 15 minutes after the open, we got Chicago Purchasing Manager Index, Chicago PMI. Not known to move markets, but it could. It used to move markets, not as much anymore. Look out for that stat. It could be a little bit of a blip in terms of the price, but unless it misses or hits big, it's not going to be that big of an event. Consumer we can't talk. Consumer Comfort Index at 9:45 as well. 10 a.m. pending home sales, and the best event of the day, 10:30 EIA natural gas inventory. That thing is going to rip because of Harvey, Hurricane Harvey, because of what gasoline's doing. There's going to be a lot of volatility. That's coming at 10:30. We're going to trade that in the groups, so guys get excited. Okay, market seasonality. Let's talk about it. All right, S&P 500 as we approach the last trading day of August today. S&P 500 is down about 0.6%. And what you need to know today, you got to mark this on your chart. The month beginning price, the opening balance of August is, I'm just trying to find it, 2,470.40 on the index. Okay, not the futures. The index is 2,470.40. That's how August opened. So that's the number that the index is trying to battle for. It's trying to fight to get up there to close what? To close pretty much scratch or not be down. Right now it's down at the moment. So we need a rally to get us up there. Seasonality in September, this upcoming month, starts to kind of taper off and get worse. S&P 500 is down 1 whole percentage point in 20 years of seasonal analysis aggregated for the 1 month of September. The sell-off typically starts in the middle of the month, so watch for that. The first few weeks could kind of hold its gains. It doesn't tend to rally through September, hold some of the gains, and then the trade breaks open to the downside and lets loose. I'll tell you why I think that's going to happen even more this year. I think we're going to have a very bearish September. All right, so a 1% drop in 20-year seasonals. Gold prices at the same time period are up 1% in 20-year seasonals through the month of September, and gold rallies all the way until Diwali season, which is on October 19th this year. That's where a lot of physical gold buying tends to occur in India, or traditionally has. Now it's starting to slow down a little bit. From some of our Indian followers, if they'd love to elaborate a little bit more in the comments section and give their insight, that'd be great to get a first-hand review of it. But that's what I've noticed over the time that I've traded gold holding it into Diwali is usually the best bet, and then cash out after. All right. The catalyst for 1907 and 1929 stock market crashes happened in September. George Soros' big short on the pound, on the British pound, occurred in September as well. We made over $1 billion in one trade in currency. Currency traders know that and probably measure their success according to it. 2001, 2008's meltdowns had huge sell-off months in the month of September, and everyone's afraid of October, but I'm going to tell you this, September is a scary month. In fact, September has more negative data and more negative statistics around it than does October. So watch out. How do you prepare for September? Sell some of your profits if you're long equity, buy some safe haven assets, gold, yen, silver, bonds. All right, reposition some of that portfolio into safe haven flows, sell equity, and buy some volatility call spread, some VIX. Start trading the VIX to the upside. You're going to get the pop into September. Last year we had it September without delay. That's what all the institutional traders are doing right now. I can show you data showing big money flowing out of equity. So if you're buying stocks, you're too late. Start to roll over on the other side and start selling at the suckers who do want to buy it. All right, which is the retail crowd. Gasoline prices hit $2 a gallon today with closures of the Colonial Pipeline due to Hurricane Harvey. That pipeline transports fuel from Texas to the east coast of the United States. It's responsible for about 23% of 23% of refining capacity is now offline in the United States. That's a quarter of it. What does that do? It limits supply with the same amount of demand. Prices should go up. That's exactly what's happened with gasoline. And there's actually tanks that are being purchased and rented that haul gasoline from Europe, from the ports of Europe into the United States to make up for that drop in refinery and to meet the demand. So that's an interesting trade with gasoline. I think it's over. I don't think you jump on it now. U.S. deploys warplanes to Korea. You're not going to hear about this too much on main media, but B-1Bs and F-35s have been sent over in the Korean peninsula. North Korea promises missile tests targeting the Pacific where there's U.S. bases, so that's starting to escalate again. South Korea, you're not going to hear this anywhere as well. South Korea revises their military strategy. Let me read out for you. If North Korea starts war, South Korea will plan to conduct a clinical strike against Kim Jong-un and his advisors. Let me explain what a clinical strike is. They're talking about the A word, assassination. All right. That's their strategy should North Korea start a war event. South Korea is right there, just south of North Korea, obviously. And they have entryways into North Korea, right? Because they're border nations. They'll probably know best how to approach the situation, and they'll send somebody in, and that's kind of their military strategy. It's been revised formally to include that. So, I mean, it's getting down to the wire. Things are getting worse and worse. So tensions are heating up again. U.S. is sending military into the Korean peninsula, or military jets at the very least. South Korea's revising their strategy. China's saying enough is enough. Russia's saying talks are over. You can't talk or sanction this anymore. It's got to escalate. And equities are 30 points away from all-time highs. Volatility is at 11, and the rally is just going up on absolutely no volume. So take it as it is. That's the market for you. 50 minutes to the open. I got to speed this up. Last little bit I'm going to give you. I'm jam-packing this stuff with value. I guess no one's going to complain. At the end of the month, there's something called the month-end rebalance that happens in institutional trading accounts. And think about this. If you own any institutional or institutional cash flow, 1 second. The CAC runs up 0.9%. Shut up. Anyways, whatever. There's a squawk in my ear. I'm listening to Trade the News. So it kind of distracted me. Month end means the last 3 days are selling imbalances. We haven't seen that in August, but what happens is if you have a mutual fund or ETF, anything, and you want to get your cash out or you want to get paid a cash flow, it happens at the end of the month. So what do the funds have to do? They have to sell some shares in order to return those distributions. Anyone that wants to cash out of mutual funds, they tend to do that towards the end of the month. So you got to sell equities to return that cash to their customers. And then what happens is the beginning of the month, the first 3 to 4 days for the month beginning rebalance, the cash flow received from deposits into investment accounts get reinvested back in the market, so it causes the bid. That's typically month end, goes on a down curve, beginning of the month starts to rip a little bit. We haven't seen that this month, but know of that effect. Today's the last day. If funds need to clear up some cash, they got to sell it before the close today. You guys take care. Have a great day. Subscribers, Let's get in there. Let's open up the session and let's make some damn money today. All right. YouTube, thanks a bunch. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll create more great content for you. And comment in the section what you want to hear more of, less of. And I'd love to hear from the Indian residents, traders, more about Diwali and how we should trade it. All right. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Manage your risk. Trade pros, let's do this. We're getting some squawks here. I'll divulge that data in a moment. Let me just end the YouTube broadcast first and foremost.